Welcome back to Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai with the Scramble for the Far East mod. We are now going into the invasion of France, or the French territory I should say. It might be a little bit little to just bring 2 armies, but I think, hoping, that will be just fine. Not ideal situation, we got winter, but I couldn't really wait for spring. I have preemptively sent all my assassins in, and I've sent in the geishas first. The, what we call femboys, we've sent them in first to basically be targets for the French assassins, and then my assassins will come in and kill theirs. One of these assassins is actually a turned French assassin that I turned over to my side. Oh no, I think he died actually. I think he was killed. I was able to, one of the femboys managed to turn one of the French assassins. And he in turn was able to kill one of the French assassins, upon which he was killed the next turn by another French assassins. Not entirely sure if that made any sense, but yeah, a lot of people were assassinated. Let's put it that way, as we were landing through here. As I said earlier, not an ideal situation to attack during winter, but I am a little bit fearful of sitting out here waiting for the French Navy to turn up. Now the French, I have actually captured a few of the French ships. So it's these, the ironclads. I can't show them now, but I think we have some down here as I can use as we attack the port down here. So we'll get to see those. So they have 3 cannons more, which might not seem like a lot, but these are towering beasts of steel compared to my dinky little ships. You know what? Let's just go into it, shall we? I want to bring some of those... I guess we'll send this one in first, which would be a bad idea, because I want to make sure that I can land the army directly afterwards. We're going to transfer these 2 then. We're going to do it like that. And so now we have these. So these will go ahead and attack. Break in, and then we'll bombard the port. Make sure that all the naval guns are down. And then we'll land the force and we'll start marching on the French capital. I didn't realize the capital was here. I was thinking it was up here. But again, it kind of makes sense that it's the most southern point, because the further north you go, the, I guess, colder and more inhospitality in hospital it gets. Right. But we're gonna go ahead and start by attacking the port. There's only 2 ships in there, so it should be an easy fight. But there are a lot of naval guns around, so maybe we'll take some damage from that. Pretty easy victory. Once you get the 2 ships, the shore batteries give up, and that's it. The fight is over. So it didn't take long for me to subdue the port. We've got it under control now. It's blocked, and as you can see, it's all destroyed, which means that I can land the army. Unfortunately, as far as I understand, you can't like land it through the port like you can in Napoleon and Empire, or at least I don't think I can. Like, I have to still put the troops ashore this way. I would have liked it the other way around, because then I probably had enough movement range to actually get to there within 1 turn. This fleet will be held there, to kind of hold the port in place. This one, the third, will be moved around, and we'll take a look at what we're actually facing here. Something I should have done maybe earlier. So we got 2 extra armies behind, and then quite a sizable force inside. The most dangerous thing, and why I really needed to go with the tier 2 units, is a lot of the French units not only had a 275 range, quite a few of them actually has up to 300 range, and I have no troops that can fire at that range. So even with my improved like firepower from the troops, or range of the troops, we still can't be able to fire them. We're able to go almost 150 kills. That's pretty good. I'm sure the replenishment rate is pretty great in this. Yeah, they got bloody hospital there. That's pretty great. Then we got the now we need to take out this one. So we'll go ahead and attack the port. It's a single ship. I think we'll just out-resolve this one. What? Okay. So I lost the ship due to that. That does not seem fair. Not fair at all. I'll go ahead and land. I want to land on this side, so closer to the enemy forces. We can't move on, but in this fleet I actually got 2 free fleets, which I can move within range, and we can go ahead and bombard. Can bombard a fort, but I think that will work later. We'll bombard this guy. Okay, so we got quite a few kills. That's pretty good. We'll bombard him again. Ooh, 140 in that grenadier unit. We actually did quite a sizable damage to this army. They've got guard engineers. We've got a lot of good troops here. Not a lot of artillery. That's why I kind of... Because we can't match the French in the range of their muskets. Actually, ours is 250 for the range too. Wait, don't I have 275? I'd be stupid if I just recruited took the time to recruit those armies, and I didn't get the troops that have the longer range. No, 250, 250... 250. Yeah, I don't have any that goes 275. So all, even with my tier troop, the French still outrange me. But to aid in that, we've got 4 batteries of howitzers to really bring damage to them. This side does not have a general, so I feel like this one is the easier fight. This one does have 2 generals, so it'll be a little bit harder. Plus, as you can see, these guys got the improved morale, which they get from... They have a shrine here somewhere, but don't know really where. We've landed our troops. Everything's set. There's no more things I can do, except I can actually start to rebuild or build a new ironclad to the one we lost. Or so I thought. Am I missing... I'm missing resources to be able to build those, apparently. I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and end turn and see how the French respond to this naval invasion. The enemy comes to meet us at the beaches, so one of the armies next to the capital province moves up to engage with Hindenburg. It's an army that hasn't taken any damage from our navies, so we'll see how this goes. They've got 2,000 more men. They do not have any cavalry, and they do not have any artillery, and they do not have a general, and they do not have a human player, so those are my advantages. Spectacularly awful weather I've decided to invade in. In terms of the terrain, we do have high ground here, and we do have a house here. I can definitely set up a unit in the house. It's kind of cheating because the enemy doesn't shoot at those. But my idea is to lessen the enemy's range by fighting around here, or in between these two places, and force the enemy to get closer to me before we move up on the high ground, firing down upon them. With that in mind, I feel as though having the artillery on the offside, so they'll be able to fire canister shot through the side, up the side, and then we'll have all the troops on this side, and I think we'll have the cavalry on this side as well, decidedly further back, or maybe even here. Right, I think that's a good start. We'll have most units actually going this way, so 2 brigades with the general supporting them. Right, let's go ahead and start. First things first is to get this guy to take control of the house. The other 2 sitting behind the house. And then these 2 brigades being moved to behind the hill over here. Hopefully this will turn the French army, as it already is actually. Turning it towards the enemy. Towards me. The problem here is I'm fearing that the French, as they turn here, actually might come within rifle range of my artillery. Okay, I want you to fire up the flank of that unit. Because like, I'm fearing that these units will actually get close enough. Oh, you should run. You should run. Alright. Deploy in lines. Like that to start off with. Let's see how are these. They're going in pretty well. But I think to get maximum fire up the rank, we'll have to fire up there. Okay, so I want to move in with this in mind that the enemy's coming this close. The cavalry need to be moved here immediately. Yes, this one's doing really well. Okay, we got fire going down. Let's have the 2 kind of split up like this, with the general in middle. Right, we are firing from the house. Good, good, good. Continue to punish those troops as they move through here. And then you will move up to start to be able to fire. Are they turning towards the cavalry? Ooh, Guard Chasseur, that seems nasty. I am a little bit worried here because they're going in towards the cannons, which I don't like. Alright, let's go over the top. Why is it starting to lag this bad all of a sudden? Okay, they've started shooting. Not really at the cavalry. I don't know what. Maybe they're trying to attack the guys in the house, and that's why it's lagging this bad. Ooh, the cavalry lost a lot moving in on this. However, the enemy units are not doing that hot. Holy crap, the French are going in hard here. You know, we'll move in on the flank. Can we extend this line? Okay, they're moving in for a bayonet charge. The cavalry needs to come in and support that. Hit the French in the rear. And then here, it kind of looks like they're going for a bloody bayonet charge as well. Let's see. The our unit is holding out. Is it gonna hold long enough for my cavalry to be able to break? Because I'm pretty sure it's a guard unit that is fighting here. I think, yeah, we routed these troops. That's good. Go after them. Have the cavalry go after them. Then I want my artillery to fire up here. Because now the fighting have started in this area. Are these two flanking units able to level any fire? Yeah, they are able to level fire into the enemy there. You're not doing too hot. Oh wait, the French unit, one of the French units weren't destroyed. I want to make sure that a lot of these units do not make it back. The thing is, the enemy is going to get reinforcements. I am not. The units here are taking heavy casualties. Let's see if they'll hold and be able to reform here. Okay, the cavalry en masse should be moving this way so we can attack this area now. I would use the naval support, but I think it's something to do with how like the mod has set up its assets or whatever, that I've never been able to do a successful successful naval bombardment without the game crashing. Right, go in, start chasing these down. Artillery focusing on this. Okay, so even with the difficulty, with the different difficulties I had, another problem also with the tier 2 infantry, they've got no special abilities whatsoever. Like, it's just stand ground and shoot. They've got nothing else going on for them. So we have none of those fancy, like, fire by rank or anything like that. Are you able to fire? You are kinda able to fire? I think we can break these through bayonet charges. And now these have been broken. And they don't have any abilities like normally have, maybe some abilities to increase your ability to like quickly run and stuff like that. Alright, so even though the French clearly had superior troops, I was able to beat them. And no unit was destroyed. However, the French gonna lose a lot of troops in this fight. My cavalry was able to sweep down thousands of them. You can get in there and kill a few. Normally I would have hit that ability, so they would have run quicker. I would have been able to run over a lot more of these guys. But it looks good for the first battle. Close victory. I did now forget about the unit that was actually routed during that bayonet charge. But it wasn't destroyed, it just lost about half its force. A little bit more even. In terms of the fight, we did pretty well. The enemy lost 5,000 men. So they only got 1,600 remaining. We lost 1,400, which is kind of a lot of a 5,200 men army. So we've got 3,000, almost 4,000 men left. The thing is though, we're gonna suffer attrition, and we're not gonna be able to recuperate any of the losses, and then we'll have to fight at the fort, where the enemy inside the fort will have longer range firing at us. Not only because, you know, fighting from elevated position of the fort, but also because their rifles fire further. And in some cases they fire 50 meters further. Or I don't know if it's meant to be 300 meters, but you know the point system. In terms of kills, Colonial Cavalry tops the board. No surprise, they was able to run down quite a lot. I was surprised that I was really worried sending them in that early. I thought the French would, like, as soon as a French unit stopped and was firing at the distance, it would just cut down all my cavalry. But they were able to get surprisingly few losses. There's one unit here that lost 30% or a little bit more than that. But yeah, comparatively, they did really well. Artillery getting a few kills here, but mostly I think they broke down the enemy's morale, which they had none because they didn't have a proper general. And with that, let the end term roll on and see if they're gonna attack us in our northern landing spot as well. Province bombarded. It's an interesting picture. I've seen it so many times, but first now it's like, you know, it's kind of wavy and stuff, and the people, it's almost like they're partying, waving their hands about. Like, I mean, this is not the part of our... This is the guys that are bombarding us, supposedly, right? Not the people who are getting bombarded, but they're like celebrating, like, woohoo! We're firing at possibly civilian infrastructure, as they've been firing on some of my farms. In certain areas, but mostly it's ports. But they're like, woohoo! Standing around, having a jolly old time. The ship that fired on it is not even close to be seen. I'm thinking it actually was within range, and it could have been sunk by the shore batteries, but still was able to deliver some damage to the port in question. We're suffering attrition, not too bad, but 400 men each, roughly. A little bit less for Hindenburg, but I think that's because he's got less men overall at that point. Right, the port, there's no need actually to hold the port under our control. We should move all these forces over to this side. As we now make our way to the fort, we're going to suffer attrition once more. So at this point we should start bombarding the enemy. I wonder if it's best to bombard the people in the fort, or to do it on the people outside. Once we attack, we're gonna have to make sure that we kill this one off as soon as it arrives on the battlefield. So it could be good to bring it down, but at the same time, delivering... I will be able to deliver damage once more. Oh. Ooh, nasty French navy. If I keep my navies close to each other though, I should be fine. I feel like we can bombard the fort this first time. Maybe I'll be able to hit the hospital. I was just making a point about it. Boo-hoo-hoo. Why are they firing at me? And I'm like, oh, I hope I hit the hospital. Hypocritical. We're doing a lot less damage firing on the fort than we are firing at the troops in the open. We've got a French assassin. It's a tier 1 assassin. I am not able to enchant him because we already have the maximum amount of assassins, but he's a tier 1. It's a newbie, and we have a 95% chance to get him And we got him. I'm thinking my femboys are gonna head north. Gonna figure out what's going on there. Okay, so oh, that's a lot of armies. Okay. Oh no! What's going on here? What's going on here? They've got the same kind of cluster. Oh shit! It's even worse, I think, than what the British had. So we've got 1, 2. I've accidentally clicked on Danton. Oh, what kind of units did he have? Guard Grenadiers. They have reload of 60, 300 range, and an accuracy of 25. Holy shit. Why are the French so OP? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17 with the one in the fort. 17 full stacks up north. That's bad news. That's very bad news. Now my assassins are made it in. I think this army might actually be able to reach. Edmund Holtz might actually reach. He could fight one of the armies outside and then bring in the others as the other two and reinforcements. We're gonna fire on the one in the open, because that is the one that we can do the most damage on, right? It's funny how my fleet speaks French, but I'm bombarding the French. We've bombarded it now with 4 fleets. This army has been bombarded. Maybe I can go ahead and sabotage this army so that that doesn't take part of the fight and I only have to face 2 of them. And then we can also go ahead and destroy some infrastructure in the fort. They have a hotel here instead, so they don't actually have a... Can I sabotage the army inside as well? Oh, that worked actually. Huh. And yeah, obviously that gives him rank because he's a 1-star, but he just managed to do... No, wait, where are you? Oh my god, I thought I had the assassin. No. Okay, we will have to sit outside. Oh, I was so happy when I managed to... Well, that means even if this army that we bombarded, which is the only one that can move right now, if he moves forward, he's going to move on his own, right? Well, if we'll have to stay another turn outside in winter. It'll work out for me because I get to bombard the French once more. Do I have... I have all my navies up here. Alright, we have concentrated everything. I also note that these 2 clans, the Tsuyama and the Ibamakune, are at war with each other, and it looks like Tsuyama is winning. The guys that held the island there and a few other areas, so they are fighting back and forth. It also looks like the Sacho Alliance might finally be able to crush the Dutch. They've been able to move out to at least this point right here. Also, I was hoping that the Americans were going to move an army towards the French, but they ended up landing it here. Now I'm guessing it's hiding in the woods here somewhere. But they were actually moving troops that way. And of course the British, I think, were at one time actually moving troops towards the border here. I don't think maybe they had time to really build up their forces. But that'd be nice if the British can help me out, especially if the British Navy can help me out. That would be nice, because there's nothing that comes close to the British Navy. They've got the best ironclads. With that said, let's go ahead and end turn once more and see if I can at least start the 2 sieges. And then we can sit and bombard them for quite a while. The French army goes ahead and attacks during winter once more. They're sending forwards a force to deal with Hindenburg. Again, they're attacking him again. So at this point we've got 3,400 men against 5,700. So the enemy's got almost twice our numbers. And they've got a general this time around, which is going to make it a lot harder. And quite a few of my forces, my units are depleted. So it's certainly not in my, this battle is certainly not in my favor. And if this one fails, it's going to bode very poorly for the second one. Hindsight is always 20/20. In this case, it might be. Well, what the problem is the enemy gets naval call-in, and just like I've never been able to get a proper call-in because it always crashes, it's going to crash when the enemy does it as well. So if I fight the battle, sooner or later they'll fire off this thing and the battle crashes. If I retreat now, and I don't retreat far enough to avoid a battle, then the enemy army is going to get me again, and I have no option but to out-resolve, in which case the entire army is killed off. So that's a huge problem, and I'm not sure. I'm debating whether or not I should retreat now, or if I should actually go into battle, fight like a little bit, and then retreat, and hoping the enemy does not follow. But I don't know if that works. I guess there's only... oh god. Well, there's only one way to find that. Let's see. Oh god. Thank god. I was lucky to survive there, and now we got spring, so we're no longer suffering attrition. I also noted why the enemy end turns take so long, because these guys keep switching troops back and forth without no consideration whatsoever to anything. I'm gonna have... I think it suffices with one of the geishas moving that way. I'm gonna move these geishas away because I don't actually want to see this anymore because it's such a hassle. Let's take the assassin, the 1-star assassin. And he will go after the one geisha over there. Maybe I should actually apply his points before I do that. But yeah, now he gained... let's see, what can he do? Plimpton's rocket skates. What? Rocking skates. So, wait, basically rollerblades. Chance he escapes on rollerblades. Well, the worst part about starting rollerblades is telling your dad you're something. Right, I guess he's a rollerblader. And then we need to assassinate the enemy assassin. 93% chance. He's assassinated, and then I think what I want to do is I want to sabotage the castle gates. That could be pretty nice. And that worked. Great. With that, let's take a look at what's going on here. So we want to avoid this, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to attack the port again. But this time around there's a lot more ships in there, which is deadly. And then this army has suffered quite a lot. It suffered yet another round of attrition. So it's down to like 3,000 men at this point. So that's not great. That's not great at all, and they've recovered every single casualty actually. So only the units that were completely destroyed are gone. I guess we'll, you know what, we'll just hold out in the woods for now. And then what I'll have to do is I'll have to attack this next video. I want to see if I can get this done. They do not get any replenishment because they're not in the castle. So we continue to bombard this force. Can I attack? I can attack the fort now, can I? Yes, I can, actually. Good. Then I actually will start the siege. The chance of me attacking the fort is 0, apparently, because there's 6,000 men inside, and then there's 7,000 reinforcing. We're gonna bring that down, though, by continuously bombarding this unit, which is the unit that is dangerous. I could bombard the fort, which could bring down those troops a little bit. But I feel like hitting this unit that's outside, we're gonna get more out of that. Like, we kill more people. So now, I just want to check here again. So, before it was reinforced... Okay, we brought it down by 300 men, so it's not that, but... You know what? Let's go forth and take the first castle. As this is basically a fort battle and a field battle, I thought we'd go ahead and play it. And actually show you guys. So, the enemy reinforcements coming in here. I was thinking they were going to come here, or maybe from over here, so my army is not ready at all. I'm currently moving over the army that I had here, or part of the army that I had here, so we're moving in to kind of try and stop these troops. And then I have troops coming in from over here to try and stop them. It's kind of dangerous because I have my artillery close by, and I definitely don't want to lose that. We're going to deploy 2 units over there. I can deploy 1 over there, and I can deploy 1 on the high ground over there, and then we can deploy 2. Fixing against these. And then... Oh shit, there's a second force! It's the second force that's coming in. And I was caught completely unprepared in the open. And I'm caught in between the castle. I'm hoping they can't fire from the castle, fire at me from the castle. This force, 5 units, might be annihilated in this. Which would not be great. The French are charging in, Zouaves. Some of the best shooters are being charged in. Can my artillery aid a little bit? Okay, we're needing to bring these guys into that fight, and I'm gonna do that by bringing the cavalry in first, and then we're gonna start marching here. So we're forced away. Some of these units making their way towards the fort. Okay, we held on. We held on, and now they're they've stopped firing at us and actually moving on us. The worst battles are the ones where you have 2 areas of like very heavy fighting. I'm not going to move any of this. This can just have to be a line, and we're going to focus over here to bring in these guys to try and save the rest of the army here. Can you turn and actually aid in this fight? Okay, this... Even though it's a conscript unit, having that come in on the flank and attacking them like that, it's going to be difficult. The cavalry is completely blocked by a bloody volunteer infantry unit. Okay, so I think this was the smaller of the 2 forces that came in here. I'm gonna have to leave 1 unit to protect the cannons. and then we're gonna have the other one make its way over here. Okay, the artillery is aiding a little bit in this fight. Why aren't you firing? Oh, because of the angle here. Right. But these guys are holding on. Oh, finally. Breakthrough. Actually, why am I sending these guys up when these should be the ones to take the hill there? Then these go on that, and you go in between. The cavalry is now so tired. We are getting fired upon. Are we getting fired? Yes, we are. Because the bloody French obviously have massive range advantage. I'm gonna have to start firing on a bit of pieces around here, just to kind of break them up a little bit. Alright, and then reinforcement armies moving in. I'm lucky here that the AI is so stupid. They're causing their own downfall. By the way, they started to attack these guys. I don't know why the British didn't charge me like this. The French really like to go in bayonets first. So it's kind of interesting why they would do that. Okay, are we blowing up these pieces? Yeah, we are. So, you know, about blowing up this gate, killing a few of these. Okay, now they're firing back, and we've got some of these units not doing too hot. Can I withdraw some of these and try and set them in a better location? We are fighting over here, and we're actually winning this fight. And hopefully I'll get some units onto this hill, firing down upon the enemy. Okay, so one of these units is leaving. We're getting fired upon from this. Then I need to destroy that. Alright, we managed to kill that. And we're about to kill this Legion unit. Which is good. More units are routing from this army. Okay, these have made it onto the hill now, though. And you've slaughtered these. Let's see if we can make our way over here. If you could fire at them before they charge in. Oh, did you see that? He threw it like a spear right in his face.
Your men are routing, sir.
Some of them are rallying, which is good. Okay, we're getting fired upon by the units over here. I've got an additional 3 infantry units coming in. Should aid. Oh, we're getting charged over there. Okay, they're all running now. Maybe if we... oh, now they're all routing. Can you set up maybe all the way back here? Are you're getting... oh, god damn it. These guys are breaking. They're getting fired upon from the wall. If I break this part around here, we can kill a lot of the troops here. This is not good. Like, I will be left with like 5 units of infantry. 5-6 units of infantry. Okay, I'm getting some units here to rally for me. And I might just be able to set them up here. so they can shoot the enemy down. I should punch the cavalry through here actually and attack these guys. The thing is, there's so many units that we need to. Oh, I think this unit's gonna get absolutely annihilated, isn't it? It's only 15 men left. Yeah, that unit's not coming back. They're moving steadily towards us. There's a shattered volunteers. My cavalry's on the move. These guys are retreating. We don't seem to be hitting them that well. It's only shitty conscript infantry. And most of these are conscripts as well. And I've been able to actually set up a point here where we can hold and fire down upon the enemy. Hopefully we'll be able to stop quite a few of them. That's the 4th cavalry unit. Oh, we forgot to send that in. Great. Oh crap, that one is turned directly towards us. We would be riding straight into it. That I don't like. We'll sit on... You know what? This 2 in the front. You in the flank. And now charge. And you'll be able to come at them from multiple angles. They won't be able to fire. Oh, look at that. The French tier... Oh, it's a tier 1 unit. But that gets the marching abilities and stuff. We are holding on here, but I will not be able to get there in time, I don't think. The cavalry has to just put the pedal to the metal if it wants to get through there. The infantry is not going to get there in time. Oh, you're firing on the my cannons? No, they're firing on the last, the last one. The last remaining unit out of... No, that's an enemy unit. Here's mine. There we go. There's the last 3 from that unit. It's getting artillery fired. This one might break. Let's make sure that that does not travel through the other 2 units. My cavalry has now arrived. It's getting the guards by attacking them in the back. And the guards were splintered. Let's get the conscript unit. Oh, they're charging at us. They're charging down at us. I think as soon as these guys set up to start shooting again, we'll be able to break the enemy. Let's focus on this part right over here. So the placement could have been better, but I feel like I've... because some battles have crashed before, some siege battles where where the enemy got reinforcement, I feel like they change where they come in, depending on where you have your troops, so that they specifically avoid marching into your troops. Because I started my troops, I think, around here, or there's where I usually start, and the enemy would have, I don't know actually where they would have ended up, but it looks like we at least were able to salvage some of this. The cavalry will continue getting rid of that. All the troops will be reorganized here, and now what remains of the army will have to try and scale this fort and kill all of these troops, which is a daunting task. A daunting task indeed. Unfortunately, in the end, I simply had too few troops to complete the assault on the castle. We lost simply too many troops in the initial fight. Had it not been that I lost those 5-6 units in the beginning, I'm pretty sure that I would have been able to, although very narrowly, actually been able to capture the castle. But as it is right now, I've been working it over for probably close to an hour, or at least half an hour. More so than that. I'm not entirely sure. Doesn't really matter. A long time has been spent on trying to take over the castle. Unfortunately, we are lost. Right now, it looks as though I did not prepare this invasion nearly well enough. I figured the French would be a tough fight, but I didn't figure it would be this bad. What I probably should have done is I should have concentrated both force at the same crossing point or the same landing spot, because at this right now both armies are tied down and stuck. This one was the one that came closest to its objective, but it's also the one that has lost the most troops. So we were fighting 13,000 enemies. I was able to kill 8,000 of those. But in the process I almost lost about 3,000 men out of my 4,500 men army. So that's not great. It means I only have 1,600 men left. While the enemy still has 5,000 men left. That's a lot of troops. If what I should probably not have done is tried the last attack, which, I mean, you didn't see it, but I tried a desperate attack to force my way into the center, and I lost a lot of troops in that. Although the troops that are destroyed here are all troops, I imagine, because I deployed 5 on that side, and I distinctly remember deploying 6 to like the safe side around the artillery, and then 5 on the other, and those 5 were destroyed, plus 2 cavalry units. Right now we desperately need reinforcements. I do actually have reinforcements ready to be brought up from the capital, so we'll see if I can do that for the next video. Right now the general, he still has 1,600 men. They're in the woods there. The enemy armies are battered and bruised as well. And damn though. Damn those Frenchies. Damn those froggies. Right, well, what I think I'll have to do... Wait, where is he? There. This army needs to be relocated then to this side to aid. So what I'll do is I'll take this fleet. We'll have to attack this port this time around under heavy fire from the French. Pick him up and then move him over here, and then we concentrate everything here. One of these fleets should make it down though to the capital, where I do have reinforcement troops. So we've got quite a few line infantry ready to be picked up, together with colonial saber cavalry. Saber cavalry? I don't know why I stumble on the words here. But yeah, there needs to be a little bit more troops brought in to actually establish a beachhead here. Would probably be better to capture this province than this one, just because I feel like as these guys come down, I kind of want to harass them with the ninjas, and then have all my ships lined up here to just absolutely bombard them. And then instead of having the kind of fight that we had against the British, just grind these guys down against the castles. And then bring in more troops and land them behind this, slowly capturing the other forts around the island and win that way, and try to avoid doing what I did against the British and kind of try to break these guys down. With that said, we've spent enough time on this episode, so I will end it right here, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.